Hello, welcome to SHOWstudio. Beth Ditto, Dilara Findikoglu, welcome back. You've both been here before.
Have I been here before?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
You don't remember?
I don't remember where I was yesterday.
Okay, but I can tell you you've been here before and you have too, right?
I have been, yeah.
Good.
Well,
So-
she's young. So mine was probably
good
like
memory.
12 years ago.
Okay, but just to start, tell us a little bit, what's this relationship? Did you meet? What happened? What about this?
We've never met before.
We've never met before face to face.
Yeah.
Well, we had that connection, you know.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, our friend Sophie, she's your friend too, yeah? Our friend Sophie,
I don't
to
know.
us. Well,
I mean,
she's-
yeah.
Yeah, you're like, who?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, no,
great
not
friends.
Sophie, yeah.
I was looking for a suit that was very specific, and cause I'm from the southern United States and grew up in honky tonk, so I really wanted a nudie suit, you know, nudie suits, but I wanted it to be more radical and more punk, because typically it's like covered in crosses and like,
Yeah.
it's like Christian iconography, like, and like ideology, like, and what is it called, images, and I wanted it to be cooler than that, like feminist and radical, and like I wanted a labrys on the back, which is like the symbol for lesbian, like I wanted that kind of thing. So
Can you show us?
yeah, do you want me to do this?
Yeah, look at that.
Look at those
The hair is
buns.
hiding your name.
It says,
My hair is as long as Dilara's. Does it look like it? Do I
Yeah.
look like her?
That's perfect.
So and my name. So it's
So how did it happen then?
what if I fell?
How did it happen and then you asked Dilara?
Sophie was like, I know just the person, and then I was like, oh
so
my.
a radical nudie suit, I guess. That's
Yeah.
really right. Actually,
So that was the brief.
yeah, I have a suit that's cream with flames and stuff, and it's called nudie suit, but obviously it's quite different than that. And it's fine to look back and get inspired, but I don't want to use it as symbols. And when they said radical and a bit more feminist, obviously that's kind of my thing. And this suit has ovaries, actually.
Yeah, the
It
fallopian
used
tubes.
to-
Where's the reproductive system?
It's on
There.
your
Oh,
bum.
I was gonna be here.
Yeah.
Because we didn't do it in person, it was up here, and I was like, that's not where my ovaries are.
It was there.
It was there.
Yeah.
But you couldn't
where
see
are
it.
the
You couldn't
ovaries?
see it. Oh,
So I
okay.
put my ovaries
On
where
your
my
bum.
right here.
Yeah, exactly. You still
Is
have
this
it.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh no, I wanted it there, but you couldn't see it, so I wanted it where you could see it.
That's good.
Show us your ovaries.
Oh, I wish I could.
I wish you could too.
I know.
And so then you never met in person? You didn't go and take
We
a
had a
measurement?
phone. We were on the phone.
Yeah, we're on the phone. Yeah,
That's amazing.
it's very sweet. Isn't it nice? And look at us
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, now
Yeah,
you're best
Yeah,
friends.
exactly.
Separable.
BFF. I know. That was that connection with
Yeah.
that suit.
I was like, do you have
Exactly.
anything with ovaries on it? She was like, I do.
And did you know about Beth? Did you know about
Yeah,
her
of course.
career? You know about
Of course, I know about that.
Yeah.
How-
Because she was 12.
how could you know? But yeah,
Yeah.
you never know.
And I did too, but I never put it together. I never think to ask people for things. It makes me feel bad. I always feel I have
Why
poor
not? You
shame
should,
about
I
it.
think.
Poor shame. I think
think
just
you
what if
should.
someone says no?
Well, yeah.
Scares me.
I mean, they won't. If they do, they're not the right person.
That's true,
They can
exactly. It
fuck
wasn't
off.
meant to be. Thank
Yeah.
you for that.
Oh, no problem.
Virgo.
Yeah, exactly. That Virgo
Virgos-
connection right now.
So
is-
let's talk about queer, which is supposed to be the theme of all of this. So first thing I would like to know what the word means to you, how you use it, do you use it, how is it perceived, how is it used, what's queer?
Queer. I mean, I actually looked up the original meaning, and it means weird and that sort of thing. So, not normal,
Different.
basically, a bit different, yeah. But it doesn't really sound right, to be honest, when you think of queer. Basically, nowadays it means, you know, gay, not heterosexual. But the original meaning, it means weird and not normal. I kind of find that a bit weird, I'm going to say,
You find that
because
queer?
yeah, exactly, because I don't think not being heterosexual is not normal. What is normal anyway?
Yeah.
So for me, queer, I don't really use that word too much, to be honest, but I guess it has a more positive meaning right now, rather than, it's more welcoming rather than, you know, discriminating like it used to be.
Yeah.
You know, you're weird and
It's not
so
exclusive.
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
It means something different. It's like the beautiful thing about I guess like LGBTQ,
Yeah.
which I used to think was queer, but it means questioning. Who knew? The thing about that for me is that like what's really resilient about marginalized people is that you're always hit with negativity. And then there's
What do you
always,
mean by marginalized? Like non-accepted by society?
yeah, marginalized, like people put in the margins that
Yeah.
aren't necessarily minority communities. Marginalized, like marginal means
Excluded.
small, and in the margins, like
Yeah.
excluded. So when I say that's what I mean, it's like marginalized people in groups, is that we are so good at our resilience and being resourceful and taking words like queer or fag or poof or whatever it is. It's like we're so good at taking words and using them to our advantage and adapting them so that they can't hurt us anymore, and it builds a thicker skin. I
That's very
identify as
interesting.
queer, yeah. I mean, and we have to. It's like, it's kind of like the word fat for me. It's like you get called it so much in your life that eventually you're just like, it's okay to be that. It's okay to be queer. It's okay to be fat. It's okay to be, butch. It's like it's okay. It's like thin. It's like they exist. They're not.
Yeah.
They don't.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. It's like it's an actual existence. And when I think about queer, what's so cool about it is that it's all encompassing. There's no gender association. There's no look or no race. There isn't. There's not a certain language. There isn't saying lesbian that has like a cis female connotation. There isn't the word like gay man that has a cis male connotation. It's just all encompassing of like gender and personality and body and race, and like it has this more open feeling than saying lesbian or gay or and also it's like it kind of to me came from like punk, and like punk is like I talk so much. I'm sorry, Dilara.
Go ahead.
Like, anyway,
No, that's fine.
like anyway.
That's why you're here.
Don't move.
Don't go away, yeah.
Where's my mark? Where's my
You
mark?
can move, don't worry.
Just leave. I think for me, like punk and like the punk and queer go hand in hand. It's like I think what it was our like what disco. It's like it was our like. Escape, and the way that like the ugly people, the people who didn't like feel empowered, like found beauty and coolness in their otherness, and to me queer is like that. And so I think it's a really important word. But what also is really cool is because not to like make it about age, but I'm exactly were you born in 91?
90.
90 at the end of 90. We're almost exactly 10 years apart, because I was born because you're 27. Right, and I'm 37. So like, it's amazing to see, even in that 10 years, like how queer isn't a very important word to people anymore. It's like when I was a kid, when I was 27, queer was just being adopted, and gay was starting to not be an important word anymore.
Because I'm from another country. I actually learned about the word queer a few years ago.
Yeah.
And even when I was at uni, we didn't really use that word.
Same here.
Yeah.
So it's kind of new to me, but at the same time, it's really empowering. And I see my friends, talking about it, and I'm in the middle of gay community, and
because
all of my
fashion
friends are
would
like
be
that.
nothing without queers.
Yeah, exactly. And
But it's true. It's true what Dilara says. When English is not your mother tongue. Actually, queer for me, it has become like a trendy word.
yeah,
Which
And
is cool.
And it's weird. And so I looked it up a few years ago, and I said, it doesn't mean gay. Why do people use it for gay suddenly?
Yeah.
Right?
Because gay, it isn't gay. Gay is a queer, but queer isn't gay, which is cool.
Exactly. Gay is queer, but queer isn't gay.
It's a cool thing because you just that's the thing about creativity and like words, and like that's what I mean. It's like, it means that because we've been called that for so long. Gay doesn't mean gay. That's the other thing.
Gay in the sense of the word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like queer doesn't mean gay, gay doesn't mean gay, because in the end, it's all irrelevant. That's the crazy thing about it, because it's literally just a word. It doesn't have anything to do with you being alive or like breathing. Like, it's just a word. You can speak for the rest of your life and survive. A lot of people do. You know what I mean? So it's just funny, it's just a word. Like, it's just a thing.
But the fact, I'm interested in understanding if you agree by the fact that since now there is this moment where we talk about queer,
Queer,
much
yeah,
more.
queer
and we
fashion
analyze
especially, like,
exactly,
yeah.
queer fashion, and fashion is such a big platform, and we're going back to that. But don't you think that it's not considered weird anymore? It's like...
No, it's not weird. I think it's kind of more accepted now, and with, I mean, even on TV, like Drag Race, and but things like that, it's not. People see it
not
as
negative.
normal. Yeah, they don't see it as negative anymore, which is great. But at the same time, if you go to Middle East, there's
I was gonna say, do you feel that way in Turkey, where you grew up? Do you feel like it's normal there?
not
like your
what we
parents
still,
or your grandparents?
I don't think they see it's normal.
Yeah,
They
that's
still,
the way,
like, you know,
the way I grew up
still
too.
with my brother, and like, you know, they don't really see. Even if I have like gay friends, they meet them and like they love them, they get on with them. But I don't think they completely accept.
They don't acknowledge it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think my family started seeing queer things a bit more normal because they see my work and they come to my shows. I have boys and girls mixed in, like all together.
That's the
and
beauty
when,
too.
yeah, exactly. So that's how they understand it. I think because I'm from back there. I mean, I talk about it too much. I don't like discrimination, but I think everyone, not everyone, but most of the people in Europe or America, they kind of accept it. They see it every day somehow. But back there, it's even more, you know, they don't see it that much, you know. So what I'm trying to do is with my clothes, maybe kind of open their minds a bit and awaken them in that way, you know.
That's
I can
very
relate to
interesting.
this.
Because fashion, yeah, exactly. Fashion can be a vehicle of, you know, of
Yeah.
acceptance.
Yeah, I think when people ask about music versus fashion, because that's what I do. I make music, you make fashion. It's like you make clothes. Also, I can relate to that a little bit, only because where I grew up,
In the
queer
South.
is not accepted at all. It's like very, very Christian, and which is why I didn't want any Christian iconography on me at all. Like,
Because it's something really against,
against who I am. But it's really the same. It's funny how so many things can be the same and they don't understand each other at all. But you're like, oh, if you only talked about things you didn't understand, you know. Anyway, but I think what's interesting is I think fashion is always more fun. Like when people are like, oh, don't you just find fashion boring? I'm like, no, not at all.
Not at all, but it
boring?
changed.
It's more fun than music, for sure.
No, I kind of want to do music sometimes.
I wouldn't compare. I don't think one
It's
is...
like talking about,
So why do you think fashion is more fun than
I
music?
guess industry, I should say. Industry.
Are they more
the people
mean?
in the industry, not necessarily.
Are they
music
more
as
mean
a
in music?
media.
Because sometimes I'm like, oh, I hate people in fashion. And now you say, oh, fashion people are better. Because
I think because there's more gay people and women. I think because there's been more struggle in fashion than there is with.
it's
There's
so
still
weird
like
what you say because some gay singers in Turkey, they have to act straight to be accepted. And in their personal life, they're gay and they live it, I mean, behind the curtains for years and years. And
they are
years.
sucking.
I mean,
dicks.
there are openly gay ones, like really womanly ones or super straight ones. You can't have like a, I don't know, more manly looking, let's say, manly looking gay person. Like they're like, what the fuck? They can't get it. You have to look a bit more womanly to.
It's something that they can't
understood, like-
understand. It has to be on a binary. It has to be like one or the other, male or female. Yeah.
So what is not fun about the music industry?
I need to know more about these singers.
I will show you. I will show you. There's one called Zeki Müren, and he died like, I don't know, 15 years ago.
Really?
Probably. And I think Lady Gaga looked at his like album covers to do one of hers. Like he was a really big icon, like gay icon basically, wearing platforms and like gold outfits. I think maybe in 70s, 80s, people were accepting a bit more. And we have a very important singer. She's still alive. So she basically became a woman.
So she's trans.
Yeah, trans woman, a big singer, and everyone really respects her. And she basically made all Turkey accept her as a trans woman, which is great. And
Wow.
yeah, and she kept her name the same, like the male name.
Yeah, so it's a male name.
Male name, but she's super fabulous.
That's incredible. I'm gonna need you to write this down.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna have to know that.
Yeah.
That's an interview. Think about that, Show Studios.
She has to come here.
The trans woman from Turkey.
Turkey, yeah.
Yeah,
famous
she's one of the most famous singers in Turkey. She's called Bülent Ersoy. I mean, every time they ask me in Turkey, they do interviews, I'm like, oh, that's the person that I want to dress. Because,
really?
oh my God, she looks
Have you?
amazing. Yeah, I haven't, but like, oh my God, I have to, because she's so glamorous, like her outfits and stuff. I think she's the only person that can actually
Pull it
pull off. Yeah.
I get that, because this is a very tight suit. It's very, very tight.
It's very tight, but we
you
can make a
comfortable
bigger
with it?
version of it.
No, I'm fine. I'm always pretty comfortable. This is how I sit.
You like it? You like it? You like it tight, or do you like more like?
I love a tight. I love
I
a
like it
tight thing for shows, like for playing shows, and I like a very loose thing during the day. I just cannot wear that tight shit during the day anymore.
But you can.
That was that. You know what? I left that in my 20s. Left it in my 20s.
You know what? We can make you a cape,
Like Elvis.
like a cape. Maybe not like an. Not like
Exactly.
Not like that.
Like Elvis. Yeah, a cape and then nothing under it.
Yeah, nothing under it. Exactly. We can cover you like that, and then put those flames or whatever you want.
You heard it
Or
here.
the lesbian symbols, whatever
The
you want.
flames came for the music fire, right? For
Well,
the,
she
for the
had
video
flames on
fire.
hers already, yeah?
Yeah.
But so we can't do
Flames
the
are a
flames
thing.
again, can we?
Oh, wow. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were on the think tank.
Well, yeah, I'm trying.
She's a design. So you're designing the suit now. That's
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to make it?
You should style. You have to style me. Let's go to Topshop. I'm gonna let you style me. It'll be like a reality TV show.
Let's go back to queer. Tell me about queer in the music industry then.
It's different. I think people aren't necessarily closeted. I'm sure some people are. It is different in that way, but it's still very white, male, masculine dominated. Like there's still, I mean, like
The management, you mean, or the talent?
I think the people who like run like labels.
Yeah.
You know, like people with the yes and the no button. Like, you know, like some people are incredible, you know, even with all of that saying, but I'm just saying it's like when you're in a room, this is an example. So you're at a fashion get together, like some kind of meeting, whatever it is, like it could be like you're talking about brands, or it could be talking about styling, or you're at like a meeting about a magazine or like an editorial, something like that. It's like you're surrounded by really awesome people, and if they're not gay, they are surrounded by gay people. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's really hard to avoid because, I mean, you have to look at like fashion's history. It is so queer.
Yeah.
So queer.
Fashion is like an escapism for queer people.
It's
almost,
one of
like,
the only powers you have.
Yeah, exactly. It
life.
kind of creates those looks that you can't wear almost.
Yeah.
You know, that create that
you're
ideal
allowed
woman.
to.
That, yeah, exactly. Create those things for your maybe alter ego that you want to be.
You want to be, or like people that you like. There's just so much. Yeah, I agree with that completely. That makes me so sad. That's why Yves Saint Laurent was so cool.
Yeah.
You know, like that whole story is like, he was just so rad because it was just like, this is it.
Yeah, but you are a successful pop.
Very
Icon.
successful.
And so, you know, and you succeeded.
I mean,
in your
success is
way of being
relative.
queer.
Success is relative. I feel like I've been really lucky, but it didn't come without, I mean, definitely, you know, like everything, if we did something, it had to be for a gay event. You know, even being here, it's like, I'm here because we're talking about queer. And usually on a normal day, it's like I get asked to do things for Pride. I get asked to do things for, or like do interviews for this or this or that. And usually when I do, it's about a queer thing. So it's like, it's a funny thing. And like, I don't mind it because I'm really happy to talk about it. And I'm learning.
Because you're very open about it.
Right.
That's why,
And I
you know,
learn a lot about myself, you know. Because now it's like I'm dating a man. It's like I never, you know, it's like, it's a really interesting world.
Oh, are you dating a man now?
Yeah, I am.
Oh.
I was married to a woman for 5 years. Not anymore.
Yeah, that's the last thing I remember.
Yeah. So, you know, it's like, it's different, but like, it's also very queer. And like their identity is like their own and like mine is mine. It's like, it's so insane. And like being in a world where you're treated like, you know, like going into a straight, like a world where you're passing. Like people look at you, they don't know anything about your sexuality, they don't know anything about your history. Just to be treated so differently, like so well, I forgot what that was like. It's so crazy.
That's incredible, yeah.
Yeah. Like people to be like on the airplane, they'll be like, oh, you guys look like you're celebrating something. Here's some champagne. That would never happen to me and my wife. Ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like if we were getting on the first class or something, they would always be like, are you in the right line? Like they would ask us like questions like if we were in the right line. Because we just looked like scruffy punk lesbians. Like, so like,
That's so weird.
It's quite shocking, though. Yeah.
but see, I think people are shocked unless, unless you're like a weirdo. And I think it's different for like effeminate men and it's different for masculine women. Like, I'm luckily like, I can pass as a straight woman, but.
You are certainly very feminine, so yeah.
You are.
Yeah. I don't sit very feminine because it's uncomfortable.
I remember a very feminine
It's probably
look
the
of yours.
fault of the
pink
chair.
dress, was it Jean-Paul Gaultier?
Which one?
I think you had like a fur or feather little thing.
Oh,
I
it's
can't
for
remember,
love,
the
I
pink,
think.
Like, I think like pale pink, if I don't remember wrong.
I don't remember, but people
kinda
love
like-
to put me in pink.
Kind of like a Marilyn Monroe outfit. What was it? Oh my God, I have to remember.
I don't remember. I told you I can't remember.
I think it might be Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Maybe it was.
You can't remember
I
anything.
do love pink. I love pastels.
Yeah, pastel. Oh my God, I love pastel.
Pastel.
I love
Oh,
it.
Easter
I
egg
love
me. Love it.
Easter egg.
What's your favorite color?
Red.
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 Yes.
Yes, red
You
is
wear a lot of red, don't
I
you?
wear a
Yeah.
lot of red. I love red and I love pink. I think baby pink. I don't like a weird pink.
Yeah.
Like hot pink, I'm not sure. But I love a pale pink,
Dust
baby
pink,
pink,
yeah.
dusty, dirty pink. Oh, I live for it.
Dusty, dirty pink
Yeah.
is beautiful. I've learned to feel like every color, like as soon as I'll be like, I hate that color, I'll see something and be like, except for in that. I'm gonna learn to be like, I can't say I hate or like anything because I'm so, you
Yeah,
can change my mind like
same.
this.
Same. I say I hate something and then next year, I used to hate lilac.
Yeah, my
I
favorite
used to-
color.
And then now I'm like wearing these shoes from my friend Dorothée Mo. He makes these amazing boots. And I wear it every day. I'm like, oh my God, lilac's
They're
my
lilac.
favorite color.
I bet you look beautiful in lilac too, like,
Pale and
Yeah.
lilac. Yeah, there's something really dramatic about lilac, I think. And no one really wears that. It's really hard to pull it off.
I wore it to my 10th grade prom.
Oh, that's cute.
Lilac.
Yeah.
Lilac.
My aunt made the dress, yeah. I loved it. Oh, it's always been my favorite color since I was a little girl. I think because it's my mom's favorite color. And you know when you were little, you want to be like your mom? You're like, I'm gonna be a nurse too. I was not a nurse. I should be a nurse. It's not too late.
Like a sexy nurse.
Yeah, or not sexy at all. Here, take your medicine. You like pinch their nose so they have to take it. Anyway,
The Kill Bill nurse.
what would you have been?
What?
Well, yeah, Kill Bill nurse.
Kill Bill
Actually,
nurse.
Kill Bill.
Yeah.
I killed Bill. I've never seen Kill Bill.
Oh, it's
No?
fantastic.
Oh my God,
Is
it's
it?
one of my favorite movies, Kill Bill.
Yeah,
I wish I
same
did the
here.
costumes.
The
for it.
first one.
Fucking
I wish I did.
I wish I did, but I was too small. To
I
make
have
it.
the shoes. I
For
have
me.
the yellow and
The
black
the shoes.
striped shoes.
The real ones?
Oh, I
You
can
have
make
the
it a
actual
jumpsuit.
I travel all the way to New
Yeah.
York to buy those sneakers, yes.
Oh my God, Kill Bill is literally, you have to watch it because it's like really
Love it.
female empowerment.
I've heard that
Oh
before.
my fucking God, it's so.
Yeah, I know. I watch the
but
dumbest shit.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
So do you guys still feel the need of a safe place? Does the word safe place still make sense? Some people have told
It
us
does.
yes, a lot. And what would that be for you?
It's a good question.
I don't think I always say like my home is my brain because I don't feel like I have a home.
very
I
good.
come from another country. Also kind of escape from how women are treated in daily life. It doesn't show too much, but still I can't really wear what I wear daily here. What I like see as normal here and today, I tried to wear it last week and I ended up crying in a cab. And
You
did? Turkey.
in Turkey, yeah, it's just like I feel really uncomfortable. You know, I just can't help it. And I thought I could embrace it and just wear whatever I want, but I still kind of needed my safe place.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
I generally, with how I dress, I try to, go against what they think and like try to teach them something, but I don't think it puts me in a safe place to do that. I feel so unsafe. I feel like I'm going to be attacked or they're going to do something, you
So
know.
physically unsafe.
Physically, exactly, because the rest, I don't really care about that. I don't care what people think about me, but if it's gonna risk my life or
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would do it, but I'm still
The
scared.
fear is enough, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm still scared of wearing my PVC trousers on the
Not in
streets
London,
of
though.
Istanbul.
You-
Here I wear whatever and I'm fine, and I know I'm going to be fine even if it's like 5 a.m. in the morning. I can go wherever, but I don't think I feel the same when I go back there for some reason. And by wearing those things, I try to embrace it, but then it doesn't worth my life. Like, I can't risk my life at the same time. And, you know, I have to find new ways to try to teach them the other way, or like the...
Yeah, there are other ways without.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, the other thing is, sometimes I feel like when you're out on a limb, you know, like you feel physically unsafe. And I feel like when you're out on a limb and you have this idea that you want to change things because you want other people to feel like safer, or and you want to be accepted. It's really hard to feel like you're doing that by yourself. And like that is such, it just feels really lonely. It can feel really lonely and isolating, I think. Like when
I generally feel really lonely trying to like change things, or like trying to speak about things. I feel awkward. I'm like, oh, no one's gonna, you know, support my ideas, or you know, who's gonna listen to me as well.
Exactly.
And then I get anxiety thinking every day, oh my God, am I ever gonna change something? You know? And that's the most important thing for me. I can keep on making nice clothes, but is it going to change something?
Of course it will. I think that's always the question.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if you would have said, like, asked me 10 years ago, like, I think that's a really good, like, if we were having a question, like, talking about queer being a trendy word. Like, just, it's like, when I was 27, when I was your age, honey, I don't mean it to be like, but in a way, and to put it into context, it's like, when I was 27, you know, that's all I wanted. It was like when people would be like, well, how do you want to be remembered? I'd be like, as someone who tried really hard.
Yeah.
Like, just tried, and just because you wanted to make it better than you left it. So, like, I just think that I can't wait for you to see what you've done in 10 years and the mark that you've left, because it's going to be, it's going to be incredible. And, like, you and your friends and it's like your generation, it's like, it's going to be amazing. It's going to blow your mind, because just like we're talking about queer being a trendy word, 10 years ago it wasn't.
Exactly.
And now it is. And I feel like me and my friends and like all the people who are making art and making music, like we all had something to do with it. Feminism is a household a household word in some houses, not in all of them. You know, it's like, I don't know about your family, but they're probably not discussing feminist theory. You know, like, is Sylvia Plath? Like,
no,
you know, they're probably not having that conversation, but like, but our friends
every
are.
Every little step.
Every little bit is amazing.
Every little bit helps.
So it's about educating, and that's very, very important for me to ask to you. So do you think that the fashion industry can be a vehicle of education to, you know, help
that's why
bringing all these things forward?
Yeah, because I'm not a politician. I make clothes, but I don't want them to end up being just a jacket and trouser.
Exactly.
And I want them to like have this power of changing things that we see negative or harming people, you know. I don't want anything I do to harm anyone. I want them to help people and like teach them something. So I think that's very, very important. I mean, sometimes people do t-shirts with feminist slogans on them, and like some people go against it. Okay, maybe they don't feel it when they're making it, but at least it's showing someone something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Substance.
Exactly. Someone who have never thought about feminism is wearing that t-shirt because she has money, and then she starts thinking about it. You know, I think...
So it helps.
Yeah, anyway. Exactly. It kind of helps. I believe in that. Even if people always, you know, those people always get, you know, bad comments saying, oh, that's not right, they're not feminists.
They don't agree. Exactly. That drives me crazy.
Yeah.
So you're thinking about Maria Grazia Curie?
Yeah, exactly. Like she gets, exactly. She is attacked all the time. I mean, if you ask me, I hate that t-shirt, but...
When she did the t-shirt with...
Yeah, but we should all be feminists.
With Chimamanda and go, we should all be feminists.
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about.
It's not a slogan. Maria Grazia Curie for Dior?
She's the designer, like creative director of Christian.
Oh wait, that's right. You know I know that because I went to see
my Italian pronunciation, maybe.
No, I went to see the Dior exhibit, and then hers is the last one. Of course.
So that sentence is.
So people were against.
The title of a TED talk by this incredible Nigerian American writer called Chimamanda Ngozi, whatever.
I don't know the story behind it.
And the talk became a book that, by the way, is used in Sweden in all primary schools. So they want
Sweden's got their shit together.
I know, Sweden.
That country. That fucking country.
And then Maria Grazia put it on her first show, I think, or second. I mean, at the beginning of her, you know, she's the first woman designing Dior. So it had a whole...
We should all be feminist.
But then she was attacked. She was never engaged. Why does she do that? She's
people were saying
appropriating a
she was good. They were going against
bullshit.
her.
Here's the thing that makes me so mad. For one, that's a tool of the patriarchy, divide and conquer.
Exactly.
It's such bullshit.
Divide and conquer.
Yeah, I don't care
Such
about her
bullshit.
designs, the beauty of her designs. I don't care about it, but the message, even if she did it before or not, I think it's important because no one did it before, and also, fashion is still male.
Dominated.
So
It's
much,
true.
so
And it's
much.
a huge
Yeah,
platform,
exactly.
as you said.
Yeah, you do it for women, but women can't design for them. It's weird still.
Yeah, it's
so
true.
I
It's
think
so
even if
weird.
you like it or not, it's still a positive message.
What I think is worse, it's like it's one thing when men are like, ugh, I don't get it. But it's another thing when women start to be weird about it. It's like, oh, so all of a sudden feminism is this elitist group that only certain people can belong to. I think that's
it's
so weird.
exactly,
And
I
not
hate
to
that.
mention, it's like, if you want, I hate it. I hate it so much.
Same.
I hate it. And like I used to be that young snotty little punk kid that didn't want other people to like get into my whatever. Appropriation is so different and shouldn't be used like. Appropriation is appropriation, and there's a time and place for it. But women
message.
in a business using the term "we should all be feminists," it's like, was she saying it was a Nigerian appropriation from this person of color, or like was that the idea?
No, she was attacked of appropriating not.
Of feminism.
I mean, Chimamanda is very famous. She's a very successful
Yeah.
author. You probably read Americana or Half of the Yellow Sky. Anyway, but
I'm
no,
like, once
it was
again,
the
I'm
fact
very
that
simple.
Maria Grazia was never political. She was never
Right.
an activist. And so they're like, she's appropriating a trend.
Yeah.
Oh, she's picking up on
problem
the
was
trend.
I don't even think most
I
people
long
know
for
where
the
it comes
day
from.
that feminism is a trend. That's
Yeah, me too.
awesome. That's a
Yeah,
great
that's-
trend. Can we just all jump on that trend? That
Yeah.
sounds
Couldn't agree more.
fan-fucking-tastic. What is wrong with the world? Oh my God, Dilara, I have so much to say. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, just say it.
Just
Yeah.
say it.
I
That's all I have to say. I'm
You've
just
got
like,
the
that
platform.
is so rude. That's rude.
But it's good that you brought that up because you said I'm not a politician, but you can use your talent and your art.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever is
to
maybe
give a message, a political
exactly.
message.
Maybe she never thought about it before, and then she started thinking about it when she came
Which
to.
is
Oh, yeah,
great.
exactly. Which
Maybe
is
she
great.
has.
Maybe she enlightened.
Because maybe other women who've never thought about it before, who are buying like shitloads of Dior that can afford it, are like, wait a minute, if
Maybe they
this
find-
really
yeah.
successful woman is doing it and is on this platform, then I could I can be more empowered. It's like, you don't have to be a scuzzy, like in the best way. I mean, scuzzy in the best way. You don't have to be like a college book reading. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
there's more than one way to be a feminist. Like there's more than one type of feminist. and
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
So
You can-
irritating.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We
and it's
should
not
all
just
be
for really
feminists.
smart people.
You
We should all
you
be
should
feminists.
listen to the TED Talk because it's exactly
I will
about
listen to that TED Talk.
It's very, very interesting. And see you next time.
Okay.
Yeah,
bye.
see ya. Bye. Bye.